This is Secular Homemaker, a channel dedicated to parenting, caregiving, and homemaking, with a focus on proven, evidence-based techniques, expert insights, and research. If you are new here, welcome. Please consider subscribing. If not, welcome back, and please drop a like. While some people consider being a stay-at-home parent or homemaker an easy life, there are many drawbacks and challenges to being a homemaker. It can be a never-ending, thankless job, depending on those who are around you. These challenges to your peace of mind and joy in the home have remedies I will discuss, though some are largely dependent on the people around you, their attitudes, and the money that you have. The most obvious and widely known difficult aspect of life for homemakers and caregivers is the never-ending to-do list. No child or loved one can ever be too well cared for. There is always something left undone at the end of the night, and it is way easier to get behind than it is to get ahead. Homemakers and parents rarely have the pride of true completion. Of all the difficulties I have considered, this is the most straightforward remedy. A workable routine, one that is easy to pick back up after sickness, a trip, or an otherwise difficult stretch of time. If this is something you struggle with, like I do, it is also essential to take time to notice and feel pride in what you do accomplish each day. If you're in a part of your life where all you can do is make sure that everything that is alive in your house still lives at the end of the day, take pride in that as well. We all have those times, and those are the days in which we do the most important work. Put on your blinders and ignore the neutral-toned, perfectly staged houses of YouTube and Instagram. Being the perfect homemaker, or appearing to be, is their income, not their true occupation. A more insidious problem for homemakers and stay-at-home parents is being misunderstood or belittled. Family, friends, and even partners can be guilty of this, as they often perceive your life as much easier than working, whether at home or out of it. Most people cannot really understand the blood, sweat, and tears that go into caring for children around the clock, in particular if they've never done it for a good chunk of time. While I have a very supportive partner who helps whenever he possibly can, not all partners are like this, and even I have grown adult friends who match stories of endless childcare with what they think are similar stories of caring for cats and dogs. I have nearly ripped heads off childless, hard-working friends who have missed time to must be nice on a morning I've had 3 hours of sleep and gone to sleep in the playpen with my child crawling all over me. Even my partner has compared his job to mine by saying, "You at least pick your day," which is ludicrous. I do not pick when the diapers get soiled or the messes get made and need cleaning, nor do I set the feeding schedule. I do not get to choose whether or not dinner gets on the table. While certain things may look like I can put them off, in the end, they make for extremely hard days later. When I explained this to him, he understood, which makes me a lot luckier than some stay-at-home parents. The only remedy for being surrounded by such attitudes is frank conversation. If someone persists in disrespecting your work, they may be someone you need to cut ties with. If your partner puts down or belittles your contribution as less valuable or hard-won, there is couples therapy. If that doesn't work, throw the whole partner away. I'm mostly kidding, but you see why I said the cure to the never-ending to-do list is much more straightforward. Having kids isn't a full-time job, as some say. It's a lifetime job. Something about this that can squash your joy is the lack of days, hours, or even minutes off. You can love something with all your heart and still need a break from it. And unless your finances or your village can provide, that can be hard to come by when it comes to children. Most people do not have great villages. Most partners work a lot. And most single-income households do not have a lot of excess money. This means days without breaks, especially with housework on top. Most YouTubers will tell you to lean on your partner or your village to get time off. While this is good advice, I know very well that it doesn't always apply. My village began to break down when I was still in the hospital after my son's birth. I asked my husband a couple months in to plan into his day time to give me 15 minutes in the morning to brush my teeth and get dressed. I think it happened twice before he forgot, and never again. I tell you this not to shame him or anyone else. I tell you this because if you find yourself watching those other videos where both parents work from home, or it's clear that family vlogging pays the bills, and you think, but none of your advice applies to me, I am right here with you. My advice is this: Do chores when your children are awake, whether you wear them, sequester them nearby in an entirely child-safe area for short periods, or get them to help when it's safe and age-appropriate. Do the same with your hygiene tasks, or combine them with theirs, such as bathing together. Build your village both by being the village you want to see in the world, and by finding friends with compassion and extra spoons, as hard as that is to do. Ask for help whenever you can, but do not put yourself in the position to be dependent on it. Too often there are strings attached that you might not feel comfortable with, or you might be in the position where you have to trust people with your children who are untrustworthy, or simply get caught in the lurch when loved ones move, or their lives become too busy, or their health takes a turn. Savor the moments of free time you get, even if they are only moments, and learn what fills your cup fastest and fullest. In struggling to get by without a reliable village, and with a partner who works a lot, the greatest struggle for me personally in enjoying my life is loneliness. Caretaking and staying home are isolating and can be depressing. Luckily, there are many remedies to this, even in our very often isolating society. I suggest phone calls and video calls over text messages whenever possible. I suggest getting out, even just to go to the grocery store for 3 items, and being exceptionally kind to everyone you meet, because it will make your own day. I suggest therapy, even by telehealth, and lastly and most importantly, I suggest finding your peers however you can. Parents, homemakers, and caregivers must find each other because so many simply don't understand this great and terrible labor of love. What are your challenges as a parent, caregiver, or homemaker, and how do you face them? Please leave your suggestions in the comments. Thank you.